The Dancing Tengus by Japanese Folktales. Brought to you by Tellers Network Stories from around the world. High in the misty mountains of ancient Japan, there lived an old woodcutter who had a large lump growing on the side of his face. Despite this unfortunate mark, he was a cheerful man who loved to sing and dance while working in the forest. One autumn evening, as darkness fell while he was gathering firewood deep in the mountains, the old man took shelter in a small cave. As he sat waiting for dawn, he heard strange music echoing through the trees. Curious, he crept toward the sound and discovered a clearing where a group of Tengus were dancing in a wild circle. The Tengus whirled and leaped with supernatural grace, their red faces gleaming in the moonlight, their great wings rustling as they moved. The old man watched in wonder, and before he knew it, his feet began to move in time with their rhythm. Unable to contain his joy, he stepped into the clearing and joined their dance. The Tengus stopped in surprise to see a human among them, but the old man danced with such genuine delight and skill that they began to laugh and cheer. He danced through the night without stopping, his movements so spirited that the Tengus were thoroughly entertained. As dawn approached, the leader of the Tengus called out,
"Old man, you have brought us great pleasure tonight. We wish for you to return tomorrow and dance with us again."
"I would be honored,"
the old man replied, bowing deeply.
"But how can we be sure you will come back? We must take something precious from you as a pledge."
The Tengus looked at the old man and decided to take the lump from his face, thinking he would surely return to reclaim it. With a wave of their feathered fans, the lump vanished from his cheek. The old man touched his smooth face in amazement and joy, then hurried home as the sun rose. When he reached his village, his neighbors barely recognized him without his disfiguring lump. They gathered around as he told the story of his night with the dancing Tengus. Among the listeners was another old man who also had a large lump on his face. This neighbor was known for his greed and his envy of others' good fortune.
"If that foolish woodcutter could have his lump removed, surely I, who am far cleverer, can do even better. Perhaps the Tengus will give me gold or other treasures."
That very evening, the greedy neighbor climbed into the mountains and made his way to the clearing where the Tengus gathered. When the spirit beings appeared and began their dance, he boldly stepped forward and started dancing among them. But the greedy man's movements were stiff and awkward, for his heart held no joy, only the desire for reward. He stumbled and missed the rhythm, his sour expression betraying his mercenary intentions. The Tengus quickly grew displeased.
"This man dances poorly and without spirit. He is nothing like the cheerful fellow who came before. Send him away."
"Wait! The old man who came last night left a pledge with us. Perhaps this man would like to have it?"
Before the greedy neighbor could protest, the Tengus waved their fans, and suddenly he felt a heavy weight on his other cheek. They had given him the first man's lump in addition to his own.
"There! Now you have something to remember us by."
The greedy man fled down the mountain in shame and dismay, now bearing two ugly lumps instead of one. And so he remained for the rest of his days, a living reminder that genuine joy brings rewards, while greed and false imitation bring only misfortune.